My partner neglected my needs for so long, so I'm slowly pulling away.
Pull away faster, please.
Firstly, I want to say that I'm in love with OK Storytime and I watch it all the time. Yeah.
Wow.
This is one of you out there.
Wow.
I am one of those people that has to deep search afterwards and see if any stories have more updates. It's been a really fun distraction for me. It's almost like reality TV. LOL. I have never written anything on Reddit or anywhere before, but I've been thinking about it these past weeks, as I've noticed that some people really do find help in confiding in strangers and seeking their take on things. So, here we have it. Fake names, of course. I, 33 female, and my partner, Mike, 32 male, have been together now for 8 years. I've known him much longer as he was a friend of my brother's, but that's a story for another time. And by the way, this comes from user Desperate Coat 2670 on the r/OK Storytime subreddit.
Yeah.
And if you want to submit your own stories, submit them there. We were both in long-term relationships before. Mike's ex had cheated on him, so he obviously had a lot of trust issues regarding relationships, and I could understand that. I hadn't been cheated on, but I was coming out of a relationship where, for the most part, I was gaslighted and mentally mistreated throughout. Me and Mike connected through social media when he commented on a post of mine, and we soon started talking every day. You know that feeling when you just want to stay up all night talking to someone, or you get excited and happy when you wake up and want to see if they messaged you? Yeah, it's that feeling. We did this back and forth for 3 to 4 months before actually ever setting a time and place to meet and go on a date. I admit, after our first visit, we pretty much saw each other every day. Mike would send me songs that reminded him of me or depicted how he was feeling. Lots of honeymoon period stuff. Mike was always work-oriented, but he always made time for me. I was always a priority, and we moved really fast into the relationship. And some more context here, we have a son, James, who's 5. I'm not saying that things have been perfect all of the 7 years. They have not, but the attentiveness and communication seem to take a nosedive in the last 2 years. He is 100% not cheating on me. We're not secretive people. He can look at my phone and I can look at his, and with what his ex did to him, I don't think he could ever put someone else through that pain, to be honest. Over the past 4 years, he got more involved in work and had less time for me, which was hard with having James. It's not like I changed who I was and what I was interested in. I just had another priority. I'm not really a needy person. At first, I was at a loss at what to do, but I quickly filled the time we had shared with hobbies and other things and friends. That's a problem though, because I'm not really the kind of person that likes to deviate from my plans. If you want to spontaneously surprise me, I have ADHD. Last year, I found out in early January that my mother, who I was really close to, like best friends, had cancer, and my whole world really shook. I became a mother, a partner, and a carer all in one. I would take my mother to all of her appointments, and I was with her from her diagnosis until her last breaths. My mother passed away in July of last year. She deteriorated fast. In these 6 months, I was mostly being a mom and being a daughter. I gave all my time and energy to my mom. In the beginning, Mike would offer support and say if I needed him to ask, and after a few times of picking James up from school, he soon got bored of that offer and said he couldn't take the time off work. It was literally his own business. Which I guess part of that is like true, but also like help her.
Yeah, like it's like, hey, we're gonna lose our house if I'm not available from 7:15 to 8:15 a.m. every morning or something like that.
Yeah. Do you like your wife or do you like your job more?
Well,
I am rather independent. I always have been, and I don't like asking for help anyway, so I suffered on. Me and Mike just became like housemates, really. That said, I love you at this point. I did everything with James, the bills, the housework, and when my mom passed away, Mike was there for me, which I was glad for. I needed some time to process, and he took over a lot of the things I normally did and helped me without asking. But a few weeks after my mother passed, Mike was involved in an accident at the end of July 2024 where he was seriously hurt. So I didn't get much time to mourn as he needed me to take care of him, which is fine. I work better this way anyway. Distractions, LOL. He had a spinal injury Thankfully, he was not paralyzed, but he came close and relied on me to wash him and put his socks on for him, etc., which I gladly did. Our relationship got better. Being home and not able to work, he could see everything I did each day. He seemed to appreciate me more and appreciate the things I did, but he soon spiraled into a deep depression. Even when he got better, he lacked the drive to do anything. He stopped bathing as often as he should. He played video games. I am a gamer, so I don't mind a game or two, but like, let's say a game has been out for 30 days, he would have played it for 26 of those days.
Oh.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
He would get up, turn his Xbox on, and literally play it all day long in our bedroom. So when I had to go to bed early so I could take James to school the next day, I had to buy an eye mask and earplugs. Skipping forward to now, which that's a lot.
Yeah.
I would hope that some kind of therapy can be done for the mental aspect of what happened to him. It sounds like he definitely needs something.
Definitely.
I love this man, but not much has changed. He spends no time with me or James, even if he's still in the same house and not working due to his accident. A lot of the time, he just grunts at me when I talk to him, or he doesn't reply, then claims he already replied when I ask him again. He won't communicate with me, and if I prod and push at him and voice how I feel, he gets defensive. Then we'll post a random picture quote about depression on social media and how nobody gets it. That's a little frustrating. My mother, my best friend, passed away while I held her hand. Trust me, I get it. I just have to get up every morning and face the world because I don't have anyone else to take over and do the things I do in order for me to fester in this depression. And I'm glad for that. Granted, I don't give him spicy sleep very often, but for me, it's more than it's been a while. Let's do it. My love language is acts of service. I think Katy Perry hit the nail on the head in that interview where she was like, if Orlando does a bit of tidying up, that's the grapefruit. This is me.
What?
Huh? No, don't worry about it.
Oh, I know about it.
I will say it's totally understandable that if your partner is not exhibiting any behaviors that you find attractive or desirable, that you are not going to find him attractive or desirable in a physically intimate way. Totally normal.
Yeah. What was the event for husband that kind of kickstarted
I think it was probably a car accident, serious accident, nearly paralyzed.
Yes.
But not paralyzed now.
Right.
But could have been.
Right.
And then I think just spiraled super hard at
Which again is like, hey, like that totally makes sense. But now OP's over here and like OP is also going through a lot and taking care of your collective child. And where is the anything here? We're not accepting the help and just kind of like wallowing in the sadness and not like just come together and talk and
When I don't feel loved, appreciated, and I'm literally doing everything on my own and being grunted at, why would I want to have any spicy sleep? I feel like I'm just pulling away from him. I want to support his depression and be someone who helps him with that because it's tough and it's not all bad all the time. But I feel recently I'm sitting down and I'm having these conversations. I'm being blunt, and if anything changes, it's only for a day or two, and then it's back to how it was.
Yep.
I'm also concerned he has thoughts about ending his life, but he won't talk to me about them. He just won't open up at all. And as an overshare kind of woman, this is super hard and confusing for me. I'll tell you things you don't even have the desire to know about, like it's no big deal. And by the way, I'm going to tell you that we have a great desire for you to listen to full episodes with stories like this. All you got to do is go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to podcasts, search OK Storytime, and boom, 49 days worth of stories to listen to.
That's right, my friend.
To your heart's content. It's a sticky situation.
Yes.
It's a huge problem.
Yeah. And I will add some nuance
too
to my thing before. You know, he might be so far down that it is hard to come to her and like have a conversation, dialogue, change, etc. And I'm not saying that he's not allowed to have that. More so just saying that it's like unfair for all of this weight to be on OP. And, you know, OP wants to do the right thing. She wants to help him through this and help him out of this.
I think reach out to anyone else who's in his support system, whether it's like family or friends, and just be like, I don't know if y'all know how hard he's going through right now.
Yes.
But it's like, I can't seem to get him to snap out of it. I can't get him to feel any better. You can tell somebody they should go to therapy, but it's like, you can't really like force them to go.
Yep.
So it's hard. It's a tough tough spot to be in for sure.
See what else OP has to say.
So, sorry this is dragging now. I said to myself, I won't post one of those big, long, boring ones, but how do you get everything out in such a short space? Well, it hasn't been big, long, and boring.
No,
Don't worry
not at
about it.
all.
Basically, I just wanted to know anyone's thoughts. Counseling, antidepressants, etc. are pointless. He's a typical stereotype of a man's man that deems it so. Am I the a-hole? What do I do? Thank you. But, you know,
I'd be curious what they think
Yeah.
OP should do.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, mother-in-law, hey, father-in-law, hey, brother-in-law, hey, sister-in-law, whoever those like kind of key people are, like, what do you think we should do here? Particularly like those family members I mentioned, because they've known husband's entire life. So they might have a better inclination on like how exactly to handle this. And again, also maybe will be someone that he listens to and is able to receive care from, receive support from.
Yes.